defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Holiday surveying the floor. Here's Pritchard. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Pritchard's got 5 points now this quarter. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. Here's Schroeder. Horford with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Out to the wing, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jrue Holiday.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And then for Boston, Brown comes in for Al Horford. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Boston also with the sub. Hauser's checked in. 1:51 left in the first half of the game. Here's Podziemski. Hasn't made one yet. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Holiday, the pass to Brown. The 3. That shot off. Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Well, let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
Pass to White. To the paint. Here's Holiday. Good D by Anderson.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Celtics trail by 6. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. White looking around. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trace Jackson-Davis. That's his first foul. Boston making a switch here. Cornette's checked in.
Number 40, Luke Cornette.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Brown missing. Here's Moody. No good with the triple. Here's White. The 17-footer goes down. White's got his first bucket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Steve Kerr. Coach, great offense from your guys in the first half. What got you the lead?
I started calling some great plays for Steph Curry.
That's why you're the coach of the year, Steve. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time break with the third quarter soon to follow.
And we welcome you to
Facing good shooters, you have to extend your defense early in the clock. Let those guys drain a few and get into rhythm. You're toast with the butter and the jelly.
avocado toast. Ooh, I like that too, Jet.
Don't put your diet on me, Kenny.
And we've got the playoff picture starting to come into focus now. So let's take a look at the Eastern Conference. And that is it for halftime, folks.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes it. But it can certainly take a toll, but it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. The athletic front court pair, Wiggins alongside Kuminga. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Tatum dishes to Brown. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
On defense, the Warriors. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. And it's off from three-point range. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Straight misses here on these possessions.
Now Curry. 15 points in the game. Fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And looking at Tatum's game, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And so he hits both. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. So a moment now to see the story for Dennis Schroeder.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same.